What's going on, everybody? It is your girl, Midnight. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. This is your girl, Midnight. And Midnight finna come with a little topic. I ain't finna be too long because I'm not too long ago just getting in. You know what I'm saying? But I am finna talk about this for a little quick minute. You know what I'm saying? And what that's really gonna be about is that it's just gonna be this simply right here. And I'm just gonna make a few points on this. You know what I'm saying? Because, people should be, it's going to be about people should not feel out of place or complex to supporting whoever you feel like you want to support. I don't care what you see going on Facebook. People should not feel that because you see a lot of beef going on, because that's what you're going to see that anyway. This is the internet. Come on now. It's the internet. We're talking about the internet. We're talking about the internet here. Because, see, that's how I am. I don't care about what's going on the internet. And we all know that it's a lot of shit going down on the internet. It's a lot of shit it's a lot of shit going to unfold on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop my music. It's a lot of shit going down on the internet right now, currently. It's a lot of shit finna probably go down and unfold even the more on the internet. Okay? But if you truly supporting people on the internet, you should not be one of these kind of people to feel some kind of way or say that you're not going to be able to go, or you feel uncomfortable, should I say. You feel so uncomfortable to go in certain places to support who you want to support based off what you see that's going on the internet, based off what you see what's going on with XYZ. So that's going to stop you from going to support whoever you feel like you want to go support because you see all of this happening. This shit ain't gonna stop. I'm just gonna say you're gonna see shit like this on a regular basis, whether it be your beef or somebody else's beef. It's gonna be that way. You know what I'm saying? But you should not feel, especially if you're a mutual asset to two people. If you are a mutual asset to two people, somebody who's honestly mutual know how to move mutual. See, a lot of y'all say y'all mutual and you're not. You're found out to be a person who's not mutual. That's the problem. Because see, if you really are a mutual asset to two people that you support and they might beef, you wouldn't feel uncomfortable to still continue to support both people. Because it's one or two things you can do when you do that. Okay, for example, we've all seen shit like that happen on Facebook, right? Even with my own damn self. I follow people who I've seen beef with other motherfucking people. I'm not going to feel complex or confused or out of place or uncomfortable about still going over to support somebody, whether they beef with someone else that I support. You know why? Because I'm truly a mutual asset to both parties. If that's truly what the fuck I'm doing. That's just what I'm going to do. It's not going to be that I feel uncomfortable or I feel like I'm not going to support who I want to support because of many beefs you see unfolding. Now, you don't definitely want, this is what people do and say, and this is true because even men, I say this, and I'm going to say this too. This is what I'm going to say because I see a lot of this shit happening, but I know that this is not going to be me. And I know a lot of you have not done shit like that. Then I'm going to go and greet y'all. A lot of you do not do things like this, but furthermore, I'm going to make sure that it's clear that I don't need nobody doing it. I'm speaking on me. Now, with my block list, that motherfucker's long, okay? One thing I do not need for nobody to do when it comes to midnight is to come. I'm not doing no favors of unblocking not nail person that earned the block on my block list. You will not be unblocked for the sake of somebody else, nor would nobody be able to come ask me to unblock an individual for them. Okay? Because you've earned it. You've either earned your place there because me and you had a dilemma and a beef, whether that shit was extensive or not, you earned it like that. Or you was somebody who was once on my platform, once a supporter or a follower, and became to be somebody of a spy or somebody of a suspect, the way that you choose to move, you've earned your place there. Or you were somebody who was also following me and discussing midnight in degrading ways in other rooms. You've earned your place there. So nobody will be able to come ask me to unblock a soul for nobody because you've earned your spot there. If Midnight even chose that she wanted to block people within time, because sometimes time does matter. But see, I can't be fake with people that I don't just want to deal with. Why am I going to unblock these people if I'm not going to support these people? You understand me? That's the kind of logic I got. I'm going to unblock you for me not to even support your ass. And I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So then I can't even be fake of using my block button to unblock you. I'm going to just keep you where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I know even if I did unblock you, I'm still not going to support you. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point? What would be the point in doing that? Good morning, Miss Pam. She says, good morning, Midnight, and everyone on the live. How you doing? How you doing, Miss Jennifer? Good morning, Midnight, and everyone, she say. Miss Augustus, good morning. She say, hey, Midnight, and everyone, saw you were live. Just heading to she said, just saw you were live, just heading to be wanting to say hi or wanted to just say hi. How you doing, Miss Augusta? Miss Carla, how you doing? Miss Austin, good morning. It's just that I don't feel like, good morning, Miss Donna. If you really truly support people on here, you should not feel out of place of giving your support to people on here, even if they do have beefs going on from one area to the next, that way, because it's not your beef, right? And if you're just not a person that's going to make other people beefs yours, then that's what you stand on. See, that's the problem with a lot of people on here. See, the problem is that a lot of people do not stand within that category, and you do not stand right there. And see, those kind of people always be weed out to be something opposite of what they tell other people that they are. You can tell, you know what I'm saying? You can just about tell. That's how y'all are placed in categories to where people can say, no, that's not really who you are. Because see, when you just mutual, you just mutual. That's just it. And if you were saying you were mutual and you were a person to switch on somebody else, you weren't mutual then, was you? You weren't really a mutual asset to neither one. If you can, because the mutual people are not going to have a word to say about, they can be in somebody's room and that person may be speaking on somebody else that you follow. That don't mean you got to have a motherfucking word. And if you do have a word, it's going to be beneficial to both of the people you support. It ain't going to be no degrading, bandwagon ass comment. It's going to be something that the both people can benefit from. So you're going to be uplifting both of them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? It's almost going to be encouraging statements that you throw out. If it's different, then those were not neutral parties. So I guess what I'm here to say is, because I see a lot of times people will kind of almost say, well, I don't feel like I want to be seen in someone's room, or I don't want to be seen over here, and I don't want to be seen here, and here because of what you see going on Facebook. But it's going to get much worse than this, because there's a lot of shit happening. It's a lot of shit unfolding. But for the people who I truly support, for the ones that I support and always have support, I'm going to continue to go in their rooms. I don't care who they beefing with. And most times, even when it's somebody who I'm beefing with, because some of my people that I support, we beefing with some of the same people. Or I'm not going to say beef, I'm going to say you have a dislike for a person. But even though I have a dislike for some of these people on this internet, I still know how to sit back and listen to a person speak without even having to say fucked up comments. You know what I'm saying? Or saying things in the comment section. You just kind of like observe and you listen. That's the kind of thing you do. But I definitely will not be making no adjustments for nobody, unblocking nobody for no one. So I don't want nobody asking me that because that's not gonna happen. Good morning, Miss Alicia. How you doing, honey? That's not gonna happen on no level. Do you understand? I say no level. If you are on a block list of mine, you've earned your spot there. And until I feel like I want to take you off the block, and like I said, even when I feel like that's gonna happen, it don't mean that I'm gonna support you. So if I know I ain't gonna support you, why would I even take you off? That don't make no motherfucking sense at all. Now, does it? Because a lot of y'all like to think that and it's true because I'm seeing it too. They feel like if they can't beat the enemy, they have to join enemies. You know what I'm saying? Join forces with enemies, and we are seeing that happen. That is happening. But see, that's another thing that sets me apart from a lot of people. That's a whole nother thing that sets me apart from people. Yes, Midnight have had beefs on here. Yes, I have several where I had to come on my platform, express myself in a manner that I need to express myself on towards them though, and towards them alone. I don't have to join forces with XYZ to get my point across to XYZ. I've never done that, never moved like that. And that's what sets me apart from a lot of these other women as well. Because I never have to rock that way. You know how they say where you can't beat them, you got to join them. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, those are a lot of people who are loners, baby. I'm not a loner. I mean, I choose to be solo dolo, but I'm not a loner in that kind of right where I feel so lonely that I'm almost uncomfortable with being by myself or alone. No, I'm not that kind of way. Honey, I don't need a friend that bad. See, some people need a friend on this motherfucker really bad. And see, that's why we see those kind of behaviors of grown women doing that because they're afraid of being alone on handling their own battles. They feel like they need a crowd or a posse. I've never been that type of motherfucker. I'm just not her. And I never been her. Everybody who I've even had to single out and speak on, I've did that on my own. And I'm going to keep doing it like that. That's just how I choose to handle my beefs when it comes to the things that I do on my platform. And when it comes to me expressing myself with people who I may have a dilemma with. I don't feel like I need to go recruit folks. I'm just not on that. I never have. It's a lot of things that really sets me a difference from a lot of these people. And this is why I feel like a lot of y'all like to see those kind of people kind of healed up and stagnant a little bit. Those are threats to a lot of people because see, a lot of people say they mutual and you find out that they truly are not. I've even seen that firsthand with people on my own damn platform. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know that to be a fact. I've seen that with a lot of people on platforms my own. That's why I said if you on my block list for doing something like that, you gonna remain there. Ain't gonna be no faking. No, I don't. I never been into cliques, posses, and things like that. Now I got my regular people who come over here. They getting to know Midnight just like Midnight know them. Some of y'all that's on here now. But see, that's why y'all haven't asked me that because I think a lot of y'all already know that Midnight is too strong minded that she's not going to be doing that for nobody. I have done that in the past for somebody that I cared about. But moving forward, I will not be making no requests of unblocking nobody for the sake of no one. If it ain't come from me and it wasn't on my heart to unblock somebody, those people gonna remain on my block list. It's just truly meaning that Midnight don't want no kind of communication, no connection with them people. That's just really what that means. Now, it also depends on what you block for because I'm understanding and fair. So if you were a person that was blocked because you were in somebody else's room with your mouth on Midnight, and like I said, a lot of people know how to take accountability for what they do. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Some people do, some people don't. So if you were to reach out in the inbox, because you won't be able to call me, there's no one that's not going to have a number. Well, 2 people have my number, and that's it. And those are going to be the only 2 to have my number. Nobody will ever be able to reach me on my personal line. Okay. But if you want to reach me in an inbox, okay, depending on you being blocked for being in somebody else's room, and you want to take ownership of what it is you possibly said, not knowing midnight, or maybe you were a person that knew midnight, you just a bandwagon type of person and you were just choosing sides, so you really want mutual, I may consider unblocking you, but that's a may. That's not even a guarantee. That person may be unblocked because I'm fair and understanding when it comes to that. Or if you were somebody who became suspect, I don't even know if I can trust you. So that may not even happen for you. That's another reason why y'all should stop unblocking folks. Because listen, y'all halfway don't trust them. I'm just being honest with y'all. A lot of y'all that's on my block list, I don't trust you. So why would I even unblock you? Like I said, for one, I'm not gonna support you, but then I'm already gonna have my eyes on you in a different way. It ain't gonna be like how these regular people come down here and politic with me. I'm gonna have my eyes on you in a whole different way, in a whole different manner. So why am I wasting my time? Why am I even wasting my time with it? Okay, do that make sense? It don't. Y'all speaking. I'm halfway asleep. Meant to add the word bed. Just got done deep cleaning. Took hours. Okay. Everybody speaking. How you doing, Miss Tamika? So I'm just saying, if you really support somebody on this motherfucking platform, and you see that they are going to odds with somebody, and these are both people that y'all support, I hope y'all are not feeling out of place and uncomfortable with giving continuous support to them people. Because then sometimes tell y'all, when y'all stop doing that, that don't makes you mutual. I mean, somebody's gonna look at you to be funny or funny acting. And you might not really be trying to give them that vibe that you're funny acting, but I'm just saying you got to be real with how people analyze certain things. Because I don't feel like that should really stop a person from supporting who they want to support, no matter what you see going on. If that's truly somebody who you fuck with, like, that should not make you feel no kind of way. Cause you definitely know how to just tell people you don't want to be thrown in the middle of their bullshit. A lot of people say that. Hell, I have said that, and I truly mean that. Cause if I feel like I saw somebody throwing me in some shit, I know how to voice my opinion on that. And if you see that happening, you just simply voice that. You know what I'm saying? You just simply say that. I mean, that's all you have to do is say. All you have to do is say that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody who you truly support and you see both of them people at odds, you're not going to have a word when you go on from one room to the next. You don't have to have a word. You just going to sit back there, listen. And like I said, when the word is spoken out loud, it's going to benefit both of them people at the end of the day. That's going to be almost something you're going to say to uplift both of them, because you know you mutually support the both of them. Y'all bone carriers, let me tell y'all something about these messy followers. I've been saying this shit for a long time. I think some of y'all sleep. Some of y'all really sleep right now. But see, I'm not. Y'all got to be careful about some of the bone carriers, all these people who asking you to do such requests like that, because some of them motherfuckers like to see this shit here, right here. Some of them like to see this right here. They like to see this shit prolonged. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can. This shit right here is getting some of these motherfuckers rocks off and getting some of these motherfuckers panties wet. You know, it's this kind of shit right here. So y'all also got this is why I keep my eye on certain motherfucking people. I know a lot of motherfuckers probably this is why I said it. I know a lot of motherfuckers probably question a lot of things that I do, but I'm not gonna stop doing none of the shit that I do. Like keeping my eyes close on motherfucking people. I'm gonna definitely go where I want to go, support who I want to support when I want to support them, because I don't feel again out of place. I don't care what kind of motherfucking beef's going on the internet. That don't make me feel uncomfortable to where I'm saying I'm gonna stay away from supporting who I want to give support to. No, ma'am, and no, sir. Because see, I'm not gonna implement myself in somebody else's problem. I'm not gonna make that a problem of mine. Now, if you were implemented, that's different. You can easily speak on that and let motherfuckers know that you don't want to be implemented. Now they're gonna either respect your request or not. And then if they don't respect it, then you know what to do next. And then if you do support two people that's into it, those people are going to understand and respect the fact that you are a mutual asset to both of them. So if one of them have a problem with you supporting the other one because they don't like them, then they showing you who the fuck they truly are. You know what I'm saying? Because that shouldn't make nobody feel uncomfortable either as creators. That shouldn't even ruffle your feathers in that manner. Because if it does, that person just really showed you that, oh, they had a problem with you supporting somebody that they were in a disagreement with. You know how to move from there, right? And you know, that's how a lot of y'all actually are found out to be people that's not really mutual. It happens just like that. When it comes from one content creator to another, this is how y'all get popped off. It be just like that. That's how the scenario go. You claim you don't care where somebody ends up, who room they end up in, and that's somebody supporting to you your op. You say you don't care that they support somebody who you in a disagreement with, but you really do, because see, the moment that they are continuously supporting that person and you're finding something flawed with that. That's how a lot of content creators are found out that they are not really mutual folks. And that's how a lot of content creators are found out that you really do care about your audience and where they politic. That's how you find out about them. It's been that same scenario right there. That same one. Y'all got to be worried about those people that's coming around. Of course, bringing us shit, you know, as long as you are a person that's allowing that, that's going to be that. But like I said, you don't have to react to everything. Hell, I don't. I consent to a lot of shit. Amen. That's why I only follow you, girl. I don't have time. All the extra shit I pass. But I'm just saying, if it's somebody out here that you support, this is what I'm saying. Cause see, y'all almost talking in a sense like, listen, I see all this shit going on, but I'm not gonna stop going to whoever room I wanna go in. I'm not gonna stop supporting who I want to support on here. No matter the bullshit happening. That's what I'm saying. No matter what's transpiring and going down, that's not gonna stop me. That's not going to stop me, because I know for one, I'm not a bone carrier. I know for two, I'm not going to definitely go up in that person's room and be this person right here. Oh, this person said XYZ about you. I don't do shit like that. I'm not going to have a bad word. I'm not going to be piggybacking off of the host of who they're talking about, because I may be supporting that person still. So I'm not going to have an opinion there. So why would I feel uncomfortable with supporting who I want to support? Why wouldn't I still support who I want to support? That's what I'm saying. Good morning, Miss Lolaine. Thank you for the shares. I'm still gonna support who the hell I want to support. That's my whole thing about it, is do not let people make y'all feel like that. Because if you actually feeling that confused, then you're feeling that kind of way because you want to choose sides. I'm just gonna have to keep that shit for real and keep that honest. A confused person will feel that kind of way because you damn near want to pick sides. You're not really mutual. And this is what I'm be saying. That's what I'm saying. You damn near have already a conscious decision of picking a side. Because if you really mutual, you're not going to feel like that. I'm just saying. You're not going to feel like that, period. How you doing, Miss Abney? I can't F with most messy bone carriers because anything you say, you can say directly and do. I pride myself to addressing things directly. That's how you stop confusion and solve shit. True. And I'm a very direct individual. I feel like that's the only way that I can be. I don't like to be in subliminal. I feel like this. If you do have a dilemma with somebody, that's the only way you should be coming. You should not press your live button. Because this is how people are confused as to, well, I wonder who she talking about. Well, I wonder who that person talking about. Use a name. You're going to have to put a motherfucking stamp on it or a name. A lot of y'all are afraid to do that, or a lot of y'all feel like that's clout chasing. Well, as I say all the time, y'all gonna have to call midnight clout chasing as midnight, because I'm gonna definitely, if I ever press my live button on somebody, which I will ever express myself on, it's gonna always be what they call themselves on this app. I'm not gonna leave my audience to question who I'm talking about or wonder. Because I feel like this, if you want to actually get up on your live and you're addressing something or a situation and it pertains to somebody else, you ought to let them know you're talking about them. Say their name. Say their name. Why you won't say their name? That'll keep down a lot of confusion and bullshit if people speculating and trying to wonder who the fuck's, because that's also a way of drama being started. Do y'all understand that? That's also a way that people are very much so confused and misled on information, and you just assume because it may fit somebody else's situation, but it may not be who they are addressing. That's also how we seen a lot of shit like that happen on Facebook. Some of you are very indirect and you like to talk around the circles and beat around bushes. So you leave your audience to almost wonder and speculate who they talking about. And the person that they're talking about, or the person that they may be thinking it in their mind, it's not even who you addressing. But because it sounds almost similar, or they're getting some kind of an idea, they feel like it may be that person. But and then they go telling them, and it's some bullshit right there, and you weren't even talking about them. You see what I'm saying? But if you are straight to the point and straightforward, you won't have to worry about shit like that. Now, would you? If you were a straight shooter, you straightforward, you get right to the motherfucking point, right to the gist of it, you not leaving nobody to wonder who the fuck somebody is speaking about. Now, are you? No, you're not. Because that's another way a lot of confusion is started. People get to speculating like, oh, well, that person mentioned something like that the other day, and that person said something like that today. So they must be talking about that person, and it's not even them at all. But because y'all don't like using names and you are very indirect, you leave your audience and the people who watch you to almost play a game of guess who with the person you are trying to address, honey, when you could just simply say that to them by using their name. See, I don't play guess who over here. We don't play guess who over here. I guess, you know what I'm saying? When anybody come down my platform and they ever heard me addressing somebody, you never had to play a game of guess who over here. And I'm just telling you right now, for future references, you're never going to have to. That's not a game that I like to play, okay? I don't like to leave people to wonder who the fuck I'm speaking about. I like to be very straightforward because that's just who I am. You're not going to play a game of guess who over here or clue. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that shit over here. See, a lot of times, a lot of y'all are playing guess who and clue, trying to figure out who a motherfucker talking about. Because a lot of people are very indirect and in subliminal. That's just how they speak. But I feel like if you cut that down to a minimum, you won't have so much confusion either, because then people won't be able to go run and telling the wrong person some bullshit. Because that's also another way shit gets started in half and continually will if a motherfucker's very much so confused or unsure. Because they just start putting motherfuckers' names on things that it ain't even pertaining to none of them people you actually thinking it may be pertaining to. Has nothing to do with them. Matter of fact. How you doing, Miss Susan, Miss Cece? Good morning, y'all. Miss Jazzy Robertson, she says, this is my business, and my business is to listen and learn. Thank you, my queen, for sharing. No problem. You new over here too, I believe. I don't think I have seen you before. Make sure you come back. I'm just saying now, do that make sense though, people? First of all, don't stop supporting people y'all support on here. I don't give a damn how many motherfucking beefs you see going down on here and who it's with. If you say you support XYZ, support XYZ. You don't give a fuck about XYZ business and they beefs. The only people that give a fuck about shit like that is the ones who are truly motherfucking messy. A lot of people don't believe in unification and unity on here. Some people despise when that kind of shit happens. Okay? Now, with that, I'm going to speak on that too, though, because I'm a person about unity. Okay? I definitely believe in unity. Y'all make sure y'all react to the live and share to the live. Okay? Share the live, react to the live. I definitely believe in unity, right? And people come together, squashing dilemmas. Cause I've done that shit. I can't tell y'all some shit that I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? I can't live by some shit that I have not followed. You understand me? But it is a certain way of looking at things when it comes to unity. And this is why I say my block list gonna stay long or get longer. Cause see, one thing I'm not gonna keep unifying myself with is a motherfucker that I constantly fall out with. A motherfucker that I constantly fall out with would not get that kind of unification from me. I will be putting my own self in a motherfucking trick bag doing some shit like that. So some of us got to analyze the motherfucking people you had beefs with. Okay, it's okay to forgive them. It's okay to be forgiven to them once or twice. But if you find yourself forgiving the same motherfucking people, I'm going to have to say this right here. This is why I said I can't unblock nobody, because I can't be fake with you, boo. I still may feel some kind of way about you. All right. But if you find yourself forgiving a certain individual or individuals with an S over and over and the fallout keep happening, it's time to give up the forgiving with that individual. It's time to say, okay, you've tried. You've tried many times. You've tried multiple times. That's just not going to work. So then you don't have to go that way. You can look the other way and keep strolling. You can go and press on, go the other way, because you clearly know that that's not going to work because you've tried. So there is almost being foolish to be in forgiveness to some people. Some of us are. Some of y'all got to look at that too. That's why I said, listen, no one come asking me to unblock no motherfucking body, because I'm not. Those people earned that block. I said, I will have some sympathy or some empathy for the ones who are minor. But if I've had something that a real issue with you to where your issue was real major to midnight, I definitely have no reason to unblock you, because I'm not going to support you. So why unblock you when I know I'm not going to support that individual? It's pointless in unblocking that person, whether it be him or her. Okay? Now, for the ones who I said just may have been, this is good that you're a queen. Thank you so much. Now, like I said, for the ones who have come down here and may want to take full accountability for their actions, because I have even been very open to people on that ride. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely a fair person, but I'm not stupid. I'm not goofy. It's a difference. Okay? Those people, yeah. But if I had a real life problem with your ass and it depended on what the fuck you did, Midnight ain't playing no games like that with these motherfucking people. So nope, you're not gonna see Midnight coming together with motherfucking joining forces with enemies that I've blocked. Not me. That's not gonna be in my motherfucking scheme of things. Oh no, it's not. I don't move like that, honey. Midnight gonna continue to support who she want to support and not gonna feel out of place or uncomfortable when going in them rooms. I don't care who they got a dilemma with. Cause see, I ain't gonna make that person's dilemmas mine, but I'm there to support the host. I'm not there for their problem. Now they may be addressing somebody, but I'm still gonna be in a room. I don't have to have a word. I know how to sit back and close my mouth and just listen. And like I said, then if I feel like I want to speak out loud, I'm gonna speak out loud to where it's gonna be more encouraging than anything else. Unless you just clearly talking about a motherfucker who I really got an issue with. I'm gonna be honest with that too. If you talking about a motherfucker that I got an issue with and I really don't like what the fuck this motherfucker have done, I may have a motherfucking word or two to say. Yes, I am. But see, I'm somebody who's very much so mutual. You understand me? I know what mutual means. A lot of other people don't know what that shit means. And like I said, a lot of people get really popped off because you truly not mutual. You know what I'm saying? You're not a mutual party. You really not. You never changed up with me after I fell out with another motherfucker. You stayed the same respect. I mean, I ain't gonna fall out with because I don't make other people problems mine though, Miss Lolane. I keep telling y'all I'm not finna give y'all no line of advice that I don't live by. You know what I'm saying? I can't give y'all the line of advice that I don't walk in. I don't do that shit on here and I don't do that shit out there. I'm the same kind of motherfucker. I'm not no different. You know what I'm saying? I'm who I am on here. That's who I am out there. The same way I feel like I handle and address things here, I do that with people that makes me feel some kind of way out here. It's the same for me. So listen, I'm not making nobody else's problem mine. This is why I feel like when I go in somebody's room, I don't feel out of place. A lot of people do though, you know, and I'm trying to figure out why is that? Because I feel like only somebody who have underlining schemes underneath them will feel some kind of way. I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like, listen, if you really mutual, you don't supposed to feel no other kind of way when you support who you want to support. That's just how I feel. Even saying their name on someone else's live should be the last option if you could first hit them privately and directly. Along that, doing the most on stage like you on Broadway, I would never respect. Well, with that, with that, everybody don't communicate with everybody on the phone on here. See, that's a problem. That's one of the problems. So some people have to hit this live button because that's the only way that they're going to get that person's attention. Because you could try to hit somebody up too, Miss Lolane, very much so on a private level, and you can try that first. A lot of people have done that. Hell, I've done that with a person. You can do that, hitting them up on a private level, but they act like they don't see you. You know what I'm saying? Or want to respond to you. So some people, and then like I said, some people don't give their number to everybody. So there's no other way. I mean, you can inbox the motherfucking person, but it also depends on the severity of what somebody has done to another. Y'all got to think about it like that. Some of this should be minor. You know how you break the law, criminal charges are against you, how that should be minor, misdemeanor to felony charges. It's kind of like that. Like, it depends on what the fuck a person has done. It really just depends. So I don't even look at the fact that just because you press your live button, that makes you a bad person because that's the first thing you chose to do. I don't see that to be a problem. Because, like I said, some people just really, there's no other way to get these motherfuckers' attention besides the fact of pressing your live. That's the only way they're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you try other routes, when you try to be the person to do other routes, that still don't get their attention or capture their attention, but they see you though. You know what I'm saying? They see it, but they still won't be big enough person to respond that way. So shit, the most way that most motherfuckers will get it is this way. I don't even feel like that's out of the ordinary for a motherfucker to do that. Because again, for number one, everybody don't talk to everybody on no phone. Number two, some people do not like having private conversations in the inbox. Neither. That's still a form of communicating, baby. It wouldn't be no different than having a motherfucking telephone call with somebody. You talking to them in your DM back and forth. Y'all motherfuckers might as well be on the phone. Y'all conversating that much back and forth in your motherfucking inbox. You might as well be talking on the motherfucking phone, the shit y'all be talking about. So that's still a form of motherfucking communication. But some people don't like neither one, like me. So see, if a motherfucker wants to really address me, they probably will have to press their live button on me, boo. Because for one, I don't do the phone thing. For two, I don't care to even talk back and forth with motherfuckers in my inbox. Okay? I don't care for neither form of communication. Not neither. Some motherfuckers doing all this capping in the inbox, baby. You might as well be on the motherfucking line, on the horn. As much info has been motherfucking tossed back and forth through a DM, through a motherfucking inbox. You hear me? That's still a form of communicating. You know what I'm saying? You just got to cut all that shit to a bare minimum. That's it. People got to learn how to get to know people just by doing this right here. You know what I'm saying? Where you press your live button and you just talk. You know, you getting to know who you getting to know. They getting to know you. How you doing, Miss Liz? Good morning. I'm just saying, you can't feel bad about she says she's new. Okay, yeah, I kind of figured that you were new. Thank you for coming by. Um, don't feel bad for supporting who y'all feel like y'all want to support. You don't have to implement yourself in nobody else's beef, nobody else's drama. Some of these people love to implement themselves in somebody else's drama and them be the ones to holler about, oh, I don't know why such and such saying something to me, or I don't know why such and such speaking on me, because you threw yourself in the drama. You don't know why? How dare you speak that type of statement when you are a yes ma'am person or a yes sir type of person? You implement yourself in the beef. You always have a word. You're not mutual. Okay. You're not a mutual party. You are a bone carrier. You fit one of those categories, honey. You fit one of those. And those be the ones for me. So watch for those kind of people on y'all platform. Watch for the ones that come in there with nothing but news of telling you what they heard somebody else said. Watch for the ones doing shit like that. Watch for the ones that moves different, that you notice move different. So they follow you and your opponent, your op. But if they moving different on you, it's because they did pick a side. These motherfucking people out here need to just come to reality and be honest with their motherfucking self. A lot of people are lying to themselves on here. A lot of people are not honest with themselves on here. Because like I said, again, if you were very much so mutual asset to two people that you support, that would not make you feel uncomfortable. I don't care if they were beefing with one another. You there to support that person. You go in that person's room and you support that person when you supporting that person, and then you go in that person's room and you supporting them when you support them. How's that making you feel complex and out of place and uncomfortable? How is that making you feel like, oh, I don't supposed to be here? How's that making you feel like, oh, you doing something wrong? No, it's not. Not with me. I agree off the rip. If it don't apply, let it fly. But if it do, then it's you. And yeah, but that's why I say y'all got to learn how to be more direct. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I feel like it's. Listen, how do y'all actually address people in y'all actual real lives when you have a problem with somebody when they have did something to you? Do you call them something other than their name? Like, I mean, I'm breaking this shit down, be honest. Like when y'all have an issue with people in life, I don't care if this is on your job. I don't give a fuck if it's within your family. I don't care if it's with your spouse. I don't care if it's with your children. I don't care if it's with a strange motherfucker in society. Now, of course, you don't know that motherfucker's name, but with motherfuckers that you actually know and they make you feel some kind of way, how do you address them? By their name. So why would it be any different? You don't want to leave that to the imagination of other motherfuckers trying to figure out who the fuck you speaking about. So why is that so hard for a lot of y'all to do on the internet? I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't. A lot of y'all look at that shit to be clout chasing. How? I need somebody to explain that shit to me because shit, I'm gonna be clout chasing men. I gotta call a motherfucker about how you call yourself on here. Like I don't get it. How you doing, Miss Pamela? Oh, good morning, Midnight at Joanne's Gifting Hands, and everyone on the live. Good morning. How was that cloud chasing? Good morning, Miss Don. Can somebody explain that shit to me? Like I'm 5 years old. Anyone with a social media platform or a group have to realize 9 times out of 10 their actions showed their intentions. True. Good morning, sis. Shoot, you so right about it. I have both my pages here. What's your other page? Is this your blog page, Jazzy Robinson House? What's your other page, honey? I agree. If you did something highly unacceptable or uncalled for, anyone would be foolish to trust again. Yeah, never be on a all day sucker. No, you really, and that's just the facts. That's something that people need to stop doing. Hell, that's even something that I learned to do when from the moment I came on the internet, because like I said, I've gave several people more than one try. But like I said, it's almost comes a times to where you be a fool for certain motherfucking people. You can become a fool with choosing how you forgive or choosing how you openly lend your olive branch to people or extend it to people. Being too forgiving with people, you can become a fool. Yes, you can. Because again, if you've already did that once, twice, or more with a motherfucking person, and you see that person and you are not working, it's time to give that person up. It's time to retire that individual. That means that you and that individual do not match. You and that individual are not compatible, and it's always something that's going to draw a wedge between y'all two, and you're not going to trust one another on top of that. So leave it be. See, the problem is a lot of y'all are a little bit too big and grown for y'all age, where y'all feel like y'all need a friend so bad. I don't get it. Y'all need a friend tough, heavy. Y'all need a friend too hard. Y'all need a friend too tough. Y'all need a friend too heavy. So y'all join forces with the ops, see, because that's true. I see a lot of that shit on the internet, but see, I don't fall in the category of that because see, shit, I ain't even finna join forces with my ops because my ops still blocked. They gonna stay blocked. How about it? I'm not doing no motherfucking favors for nobody. Good morning, Miss Jackie. I won't be doing that. I won't be lending no motherfucking olive branch like that for no one. I'm going to continue to get to know the ones that I want to know, continue to watch the people that I want to watch. I'm going to continue to observe people. I'm going to continue to get to know the people that come on my platform and vibe with the ones I know. Continue to do what I do on my platform, honey. I'm not going to be one of these type of motherfucking people that feel out of place of support who I want to support because I'm a person that actually go to support them. I don't be focused on nothing else. I don't make other people problems mine. I don't worry about that. And be on ready to immediately co-sign changing up the minute someone else falls out. Have your own mind until they prove you wrong, right? I'm just not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, honey? Good morning, Miss Latuska. How you doing, honey? If people don't hear both sides, how are they going to get their own opinion? They can hear both sides, but you don't. If you are mutual, you're going to. It's going to be only. It's going to be only a fact that you're going to hear both sides. Because if you are supporting two people that's into it, there's no way that you don't know what's going on. That's another thing that people lie about on here. See, y'all be playing mind games with people, and see, people know you playing a mind game with them. Because listen, check this out, if you honestly support two people on here and you're back and forth in those rooms, you can't tell me that you don't see what's going on between those individuals. So I don't like why people play like they don't know what the fuck is arising or going on. You say you support both rooms, right? You mean to tell me you're not seeing what the fuck they're discussing or talking about? Everybody got this, oh, I didn't know factor. Oh, I don't know that. Yes, you did. Because if you support both of them, you see what the fuck's going on. Ain't no need of acting like you don't know. And see, when people usually do that, they usually start moving fugazi. So you have already, once again, made a choice. You have already picked a side, anyways. Because you're going to know about that if it's people that you support. You're going to know about what it is that they're discussing because you support the both of them, right? Less your ass just took a break, you know what I'm saying? Which that is the case for some people. Less your ass took a break from the motherfucking internet and you've been going away and come back into all of this shit, yeah. But even that kind of person gonna try to figure out what's going on. But shit, all you gotta do is just really sit back and listen and you're gonna know what's going on. How you doing, Miss Juicy Redbone? How you doing? Good morning. I got a bad head cold, but I'm good. Ooh, girl, them the worst. It's allergy season too. You know what I'm saying? Hope you feel better. She said, no, no, I just listen and learn. I don't truly support, but if I have to listen and see what they're discussing about, but if I have, I listen to see what they're discussing about so I can learn. Right. I mean, that's what you got to do. But just don't let people put y'all in a mess. You know what I'm saying? If you are a person that really stand 10 toes down on what you say out on the book, as far as not being a part of somebody's mess, there's nothing wrong with saying that. Cause I always say that too. Like, listen, I'm not gonna let nobody put me in some shit that I don't want to be in. Hell, if I feel like I want to be in somebody's mess, baby, I'm gonna have a word. Okay. Um, Secondly, if I'm gonna be a mutual party to however many people I support, and I don't give a damn what they got going on, who they into it with. That's their problem. It's not mine. And it definitely gonna stop me from supporting who the fuck I want to support. When the fuck I want to support them. Okay? Again, midnight when I be doing no special requests for no motherfucker body. This is why I'm just saying nobody definitely has it has been asked in the past, but I'm definitely not looking forward to doing that as to why I'm not in communication or connections with those. And I won't be. I'm just letting that be known too. That I will not be doing that for no one. Nobody. Like I said, if you are on my block list, you earned your motherfucking spot to be there. Okay? You have earned that. Cause see, I'm just not blocking the motherfuckers for no reason. Cause see, like I said on my last content, I got a lot of people that follow a lot of people who I got on my block list, and that shit don't bother me. Do you hear me? It do not bother me, not one bit, not 1 second. Because you know why? I'm one of the ones that truly just do not care where my audience go, who they support. These people grown. They grown. You cannot control the next grown person's footsteps as to where he or she go, who they support, why they choose to support. That's their business. So why the hell am I going to make that something my business? I'm not joining forces with the posse or the army or the military of motherfucking people. Okay. I don't feel like I got to do that. And I'm not, never did, don't feel like I'm going to do that shit now. Yeah. So a lot of times you bypass both bloggers, or if you see proof, that one definitely showed their true colors, and you can make their executive decision. I'm not doing stuff like that. So that's just simple. That's it. That's all. Support who y'all want to support. Don't feel out of place for it. Because like I said, when you have those kind of mixed feelings like that, it almost means that shit, you're not mutual. You can't be, because how are you mutual feeling some kind of having mixed signals? It don't even sound right, right? How are you supposed to be a mutual person but you have mixed signals about who the fuck you want to support? Nah. Okay. You just continue to be a boisterous person. Like, listen, don't nobody throw me in shit. I'm not trying to be in shit. I'm gonna support who I want to. And like I said, if those two people if one of them feel that way, that you support the other one, then that means that person felt some kind of way out the kid. And you should have just been honest about it. Just say you feel some kind of way. Don't say, oh, I don't care, when you really truly do care. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of y'all scenarios have been just that way. That's how a lot of content creators get caught up. A lot of them say, oh, I don't care about where my following go. Yes, you do. Your behavior says that you give a damn about where your following be, based off the shit you be doing. You switching up because they still going over there by your app and you really don't want them over there, but you don't know how to tell them that. That's the thing. By y'all being so damn indirect, y'all confuse a lot of the people off the book too, to going back and forth telling the wrong person that such and such has said something about you when they weren't even talking about them. But because y'all don't know how to be direct, or y'all feel that being direct is clout chasing or XYZ, y'all will always be in mix-ups because y'all leave your audience to play a game of guess who and clue. We don't play them motherfuckers over here. I play the board games, baby. I ain't playing mind games. I play guess who, the board game, boo boo. And I play Clue, the board game, not my motherfucking games. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different thing. See, y'all leaving y'all people to play that kind of shit with y'all playing mind games with them when y'all just don't know how to be straightforward. I mean, I think it's very simple to be straightforward. I think that's the easiest route a motherfucker could go. Now, everybody ain't gonna like your straightforwardness, and it ain't for everybody to like shit, but you ain't here to please what somebody else wants. If that kind of shit makes you happy, then you gonna do what the fuck you gotta do for you. Shit, you don't care how that make another motherfucker feel. But I tell you now, that will cut down a lot of confusion and speculations of motherfuckers going to the wrong people or implementing the wrong motherfuckers and shit, that, and you ain't even talking about these people. But because y'all play Clue a lot, and guess who? You leave your audience to wonder that, and then when they go and tell the wrong person, well, why you tell them that, and why you confuse them. That's why. You don't even know how to be straight up. You confusing people when you do that. Last note, 9 times out of 10, if you got to block someone, it's a legitimate reason. It's the only 1% that it was a misunderstanding with communication and can be reversed. Exactly. That's what I said. Sadly, when we block motherfuckers, we correct. Yeah. And that's it. Cause so again, if you want my block list, you got there by being in the category of one or two, three, four things, which is one, midnight, and you have such a dilemma on here, and it depends on the severity and of the dilemma. So you just got blocked. Two, you were once a follower of mine that just started moving suspect. So I felt like, okay, you definitely choosing sides and moving funny. So why the fuck are you watching me like a spy over here? So you're gonna be blocked, boo. Three is you're also a follower that was following me and another motherfucker that I had an issue with, and you were in my in their comment section speaking ill about Midnight, but come try to play that fake shit in my face. Oh, hey, Midnight, your ass got blocked doing fake shit, which you will remain. You know what I'm saying? Because again, motherfuckers who you have had several dilemmas where y'all can't possibly tell me that y'all fully solely trust them. You gonna be lying to yourself if you told yourself that. You lying. Motherfuckers that you done fell out with one, two, three, four or more times with, and you done gave that opportunity and extended your olive branch to them. You don't trust them. You don't trust them, and you can keep your eye on them in a whole another way. So why even have them around you when you really don't trust them? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. How you doing, Miss Big Pain? So I'm not gonna waste my time, okay, nor yours. Okay? I'm not gonna waste my time or the next motherfucker's time. How about it? People just gotta learn how to stay true to themselves for real. That's the problem. A lot of people are the kind of people that have to have a posse. That's something that I just truly don't believe in. That's not in my vocabulary. That's not how I move. That's not even how to be honest with you, I don't like a clique of females. No way. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that's always been a turn off for me. And it still is in my big grown age of 42 years of age. I am not turned on by a clique of bitches. I just am not. If anything, I'm very much so turned off. Bitches gossip too much for me. I really never been the type of motherfucker to politic well with females. However, I got females in my life that I do love dearly. You know what I'm saying? Certain ones, but it's not a choice of mine. Not at all. It has never been. I'm definitely a person that stands 10 toes down on my business alone. I don't need to put it together a motherfucking job, motherfucking what you call them, job fairs, looking for recruiters. I don't look for the employees, the recruitment. I don't do that type of shit neither. You know what I'm saying? Having job fairs where all these bitches are politicking together and they're recruiting them. You know what I'm saying? I don't do shit like that neither. I don't care to. Okay. Y'all having job fairs galore on here. Y'all doing a whole lot of recruitment, baby, on here. Some of y'all need to learn how to be more straightforward on here so that you're not confusing a lot of your audience and other people to come to watch you. Again, a lot of traits that I possess that a lot of people can't stand. That's all I know. That's the only thing that I know. That's why a lot of people can't take me, and that's all right because I know that. You know what I'm saying? I know that about me. And I have accepted that. You know what I'm saying? I have accepted that a while ago in my motherfucking 20s. Okay. I'm 42 years old now. Okay. That's something that I accepted a while ago. I see a lot of strengths in me that a lot of motherfuckers lack. You know what I'm saying? A lot. They wish they possessed, as a matter of fact. Wow, I wish I could have the kind of strength that you have. Wow, I wish I could actually direct people and just keep the focus straight up on them. That's another thing. Y'all let other people take y'all out of y'all square with doing some of the things that y'all should not ever do. Dragging extended family members and shit in there. Like I said, you defeated when you do shit like that. You beat. You have been beaten. You have been fatality, baby. They have done Mortal Kombat on you. Fatality. When you do shit like that, that's a sign of weakness. I'm just saying that's honestly for real. That's a sign of weakness for real. You've been finished. You understand me? You've been finished already. See, I don't even fit that script. That's a sign of weakness for me, boo. Straight up. A lot of y'all, I have put fatalities on y'all motherfucking people. As to why y'all feel like y'all got to do X, Y, Z. Y'all feel like y'all got to do X, Y, Z because I didn't fatalities your ass. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to be me and deliver how I want to deliver what I need to deliver in the way that I need to deliver it. I can't be nothing other than me. This is what I'm saying. Thank y'all for the avatars. I hope all have a blessed weekend and a happy Easter. Same to you, Miss Wanda. Same to you, honey. I hope everybody have a happy Easter. Honey, I'm supposed to be, I could make some Easter baskets, but I think my nieces and nephews too old for it, baby. Because once you over 12 years old, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Let me see who I got that's a niece. I got Anna and Jamie. Because I think Shania is too old now. I think she's 12 years old now. My brother daughter. Shit, you just made the mark, boo boo. Last year was your last basket, baby. I put an age gap on that shit. I used to do it all for my nieces and them when they were little. But if your ass is a preteen, you don't get no basketball. Hell no. That's for them little kids. Hell no. How you doing, Miss Nisha? How you doing, honey? Hope you feel better. Hope you feeling better today. For real, that's us. Hell yeah, I done did too many flawless victories on motherfuckers on here, sis. Shit, you know, Street Fighter, or you get on their ass and Mortal Kombat. I know y'all remember them Street Fighter. Hell, you know how Street Fighter used to do them last ending moves on the bitch on the video game. You done took that bitch out, broke that bitch back. That type of shit. Street Fighter. And on Mortal Kombat, baby, I fatality, flawless victory, that ass. And I'm just hitting the target. I ain't even gotta say shit else about the motherfuckers that's around you. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on you and you alone. Fuck all the rest of the motherfucking people around you. I'm not finna bring them in. What they got to do with the beef that I have with you? It ain't got nothing to do with them. So why would I include them? See, it's just kind of like when y'all do shit like that, you've been defeated, boo. You have. You've been defeated. You've been beat. I don't care what nobody say. You've been beat. You've been beat. She said, "What's up, baby? Nothing much. Just not too long ago getting off the job. Finna take my ass to sleep in a minute after I fix me something to eat." Well, actually, I got my breakfast here that I got from the cafeteria. I'm finna eat this shit. Shit, I don't even know, sis. I may not be doing nothing because I believe I gotta work. I picked up. I believe I picked up. That's Easter Sunday. It's this Sunday coming up. I think I'm almost sure I picked up. I picked up to work. How you doing, Miss Juanita? Good morning. So I don't even know what I'm doing, sis. I'm good, beautiful. Thanks. Yeah, take it easy, honey. Just take it easy. Take it easy over there and be smooth. Hell, it's just like y'all got to get y'all ass back. Some of y'all got to step back into reality because I don't know what type of motherfucking atmosphere y'all motherfuckers living in. Some new shit, some new shit. You can tell just about how some of the shit that a lot of these people doing is some new shit. Some shit I ain't never seen before, boo. Baby, you got to go back into handling things like how you handle it in your reality. Fuck y'all talking about. Have a wonderful day. You made my morning. Now I can go to work. Okay. I have 2 funerals this weekend at one morning. Bless you, Queen. Dang. My condolences to you for them 2 funerals. And then see, you see her comment right there. Life too short for the bullshit. So listen, midnight is definitely open for unity because I promote unity. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see unity over anything else, over a division. You know what I'm saying? I promote unity first. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, don't be a fool with the motherfuckers who you decide to forgive. Okay. It is a such thing as being a fool, entirely a big fool when it comes to forgiving people or being too openly to people. It is a such thing as being a fool. Okay. And like I said, that's some shit that I even had to learn across the way of me coming on my platform, enduring certain people during my journey of being on my platform and building it. I had to learn that I cannot be a fool for some of these motherfucking people. If you are constantly opening your heart to people, letting them back in your life or letting them back in your life in some kind of form and it's just not working, leave them people be. Leave them in the back. That's where they belong, in the back. You were keep them right back there. That's where they remain. And you shouldn't feel bad about keeping somebody in the rear view where they belong. I definitely don't feel bad about no decision that I've ever made. And I don't regret it. I don't regret not a decision that I've ever did or made. Because one thing about it, midnight ain't no shit starter. One thing about it, midnight don't just go up or willy-nilly speaking on motherfucking people. I speak when I'm spoken to. You kind of know, you know that saying, you speak when you're spoken to, so that when somebody's putting their mouth on you, they're speaking at you. So then I'm going to speak back. So I speak when I'm spoken to. Because at the end of the day, and the day will end, at the very end of the day, when the day end, I'm going to still do me. Meaning everybody needs to be doing you and be true to you though first. Because I believe that's the biggest concern with a lot of people on the internet. They're not true to themselves. So they don't know how to be true to somebody else. And you're not going to ever know how to be true to somebody else until you learn to be true to self first. Okay. A lot of people don't believe that statement right there, but that's a fact. So until you all stop pretending with who you are within, you're not going to know how to treat or be good to nobody else because you don't even know you're battling with who you are within. See, I don't battle with who I am within. I know who I am. Stand strong within who I am. Proud of who I am. So I know how to connect with somebody else because, see, I'm true to me. But you got to know how to be true within first before you can be that to somebody else. You got to have that first. That's a problem too with a lot of y'all. I'm just going to say that. Being observant, I've seen that. But you got to believe that though. You got to believe in that. Good morning, Miss Latifah. How you doing, honey? Good morning. Everybody speaking, saying good morning. Yeah, since I think I picked up, I'm almost sure that when I picked up all them days, I think Easter Sunday was one of my nights that I picked up to go to work. Cause then that's gonna be my short week. Cause then we're gonna be leaving soon. We're gonna be leaving that same week. Yep, I think that's my short week. So I work that Sunday, that Tuesday, and that Wednesday. I work 3 days out of the week next week. Cause then we leave. You are absolutely right. And like you said, you treat people here just like real life. I learned to expect the expected. Every action gets a reaction. So you're never wrong. I can breathe with the fact knowing that I'm gonna get blessings, remaining true and being real. Yeah, that's it. Gotta be true to yourself. Nope. Possibly not, sis, because they're not gonna allow us to we're gonna leave early enough, but I don't think we're gonna leave at no 3 a.m. because our check-in time is not to after 3 p.m. So we don't want to get there too early to where we just gonna be making moves until we can check in. So we may leave about 10 a.m. in the morning because then if we leave at 10 a.m., that's a 5 hour drive. We'll be there. We'll be able to go check right in as soon as we get there. So we gonna leave at 10 a.m. Yeah, because sometime I wish I had known that when I was flying. Shit, I learned that though, flying to Vegas. Me and my husband got there early as fuck. But luckily we were in Vegas in the hotel that we were in. They had so much shit inside of the hotel and the casino itself. It's a casino in there and it's so many different gift shops in there. It's so many different eateries in there. So we were able to just sit there and eat and walk around at those, gift shops they had. And I was gambling. So, but I said, oh no, we got there too early. We couldn't even check in until after 3. I said, fuck no. Well, we'll be just riding around. So nah, some of them hotels accommodate you, but shit, I can't even be fucking pissed at the fact that they can't accommodate me because shit, somebody's still in there and they don't have to check out till noon technically. So it's gonna probably be another guest in there before I get in there. They don't check out till after 12. So shit, I ain't gonna get there till after 3 then. I love flying, but my husband don't like airplanes. Crazy ass. On what? Hey, I thought that same way though, sir. I think my first time getting on the airplane was when I turned motherfucking 30. Cap, no cap. I was 30 years old, and going to Florida. That was my first vacation spot. And I wasn't even nervous though. You know what I'm saying about it? I think I've heard so many people saying, "Oh, it feel like this, it feel like that," to kind of stray me away because I am afraid of heights. But my first airplane experience, baby, that shit didn't scare me. I enjoyed it. The only thing is my ears popped so much. My ears popped a lot and I chewed gum. It still didn't work for me. I got the biggest headache ever. And so when I got to my layover, I said, now I know I cannot ever get on no plane without the airplane, not headphones, because baby, I had them didn't work. That pressure in my ear was still ringing. It made my head hurt. Okay, and that's an uncomfortable headache. You know what I'm saying? So when I got to a layover, I went and bought those screw-in plug-ins that you kind of screw in your ear to keep that pressure from going like that, and because it caused a headache of mine so bad. And it does that frequently on the airplane. So now when I travel with a plane, I keep them with me because I know my ears will ring no matter if I'm chewing gum, no matter what I'm doing, because I'm a gum chewer anyway. I love chewing gum, not bubble gum. It's a difference, people. I don't chew bubble gum. I said chewing gum. That shit didn't work. A lot of folks say when you chew gum that and you can wear headphones, that kind of lessen, and it might work for some people, but it just didn't work for me. That didn't work for me. It gave me the worst headache ever. I said, "Oh no, I'm not doing that. I know I got to fly with those every time." Me too. Now I can't stay off a plane. However, this year I didn't get on no plane because of what was going on with the planes. They were falling down like flies too much for me, boo boo, falling down in folks' backyards. They were falling down like, you remember that game we used to play back in the day, that duck game where y'all had that motherfucker GUN, that orange GUN, and you had to get the ducks by shooting it. Y'all remember that game? It came with one of them GUNs, a plastic orange big GUN. Okay? And you had to shoot them ducks. The motherfuckers was just falling down. That's how the motherfucking planes was just falling down. You know what I'm saying? Falling in folks' fucking backyards and shit. Hell no, falling in motherfucking rivers and streams and things like that. I wasn't finna take that motherfucking chance. Hell no. I didn't trust not nail company. I don't give a good damn. Now, it's some airplane companies that I would not recommend to another motherfucking soul. Cause they just outright horrible. But I wasn't fucking with not nail one of them. It was something malfunctioning with all the motherfucking engines. I wasn't finna get on not nail plane. Nobody's. I'm not flying for nobody. No way. You haven't flown before though, Miss Jackie. I like flying. I'm gonna get on the plane again. It just gotta die down because I'm like, dang, what they putting on these planes and the engines? Why they all malfunctioning like that? Why they all malfunctioning like that? All of a sudden now they can't see each other. These people who actually have those kind of jobs that call the direction of where a plane go and where they leave, where they depart, where they coming in at, them motherfuckers supposed to be able to tell you which direction the plane is supposed to be going. Them motherfuckers was having head on collisions like that. Hell no. I found that shit to be weird. I found that shit to be strange, boo. He don't like both either. I'd be like, dang, you can't do shit. Hell no. He said, bro, sound like me. No cap. My husband said the same thing. He sound like me, honey. Because I said, I'd be damn if I'm doing some canoeing or kayaking. Bitch, please, you ain't finna have me on top of that motherfucking water. Where if I'm putting my hand to the side of me, I can tap that shit. My fingers is on top of the motherfucking water. I'm not sitting that fucking low. And I'm thick on top of that. No motherfucking kayak ain't finna hold the fuck me up. Talking about some, oh no, just put a life jacket on. Hell no. You would never see me canoeing. You would never see me kayaking, shit like that, when you sitting right on top of what? Fuck that. You not even finna put me in no motherfucking little ass boat. I gotta be on the Titanic, bitch. I gotta get on the big ass ship. You ain't putting me on no little shit. Fuck that. I'm not gonna be the first motherfucker, canoeing when they be shaking that motherfucking boat. And as long as it's shaking, rocking back and forth and it tip over, your ass tipping in. Fuck that. I'm not doing that bullshit. My husband keep trying to get me to go canoeing. Fuck no. I am not sitting on top of the water. Fuck that. I can literally feel that shit with my hands to the side. Hell no. We not kayaking. Fuck that. We not doing that. We not doing that because the moment the motherfucker twists wrong, oh, I'm in the water. Fuck them life jackets. The motherfuckers is not finna save me. Okay? That's how I think. The motherfuckers ain't finna do shit for me. They're not finna save me. I'm not getting on none of that shit. He talking about some, oh, you won't do nothing. Okay. I can consider going on a motherfucking cruise. But it gotta be big as the motherfucking Titanic, motherfucker. It can't be that little ass, raggedy ass boat. It can't be that shit. Hell no. It can't be that type of shit. No, that motherfucker gotta be as big as the motherfucking Titanic, baby. So if I'm on that motherfucker and it's moving and grooving, at least I ain't feeling the motherfuckers hitting them waves. And I ain't gonna be shit. Hell no. I gotta be on the motherfucking ship. They say, oh, Nene, if you go on the ship and you gonna be so distracted by all the shit on the ship, you ain't gonna even worry about where the fuck you at. I gotta be on something like that. You talking about them raggedy ass motherfucking boats them fishermen to be on? Fuck that. The motherfucking boats the pirates on. Fuck that. The motherfucking boats that got that big ass flag moving their ass back and forth. Fuck that. No, we ain't getting on no shit like that. No, I gotta be on the Titanic. Something big like that. If it ain't like that, oh, I ain't fucking with it. Cause I ain't never been on no boat. This will be the first time, and I'm in my 40s. So when I go on my first cruise, that's gonna be the first boat ride ever in life. Cause a motherfucker can't get me going canoeing. I watch motherfuckers canoe. Okay. And soon as they tip over, I'll be like, see, that's why I ain't gonna do it. The moment the motherfuckers tip over, I'll be like, see, that's why I don't do it. Your ass sitting literally on top of the water. Fuck that. They be like, oh yeah, that stuff will hold you. You know, the capacity for the weight is XYZ. I don't give a fuck about that. I could be on a canoe with a motherfucker just playing too fucking much. And sometimes my husband may want to play too motherfucking much. I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed coming out that water. Oh, you trying to kill me? You trying to drown me? I get to thinking like that. And it may not even be that, honey. May not even be like that. But that's how I get to thinking, oh, you trying to drown me? Stop playing, stop wiggling that. And I get to panicking too. Baby, don't wiggle that motherfucker canoe like that. We sitting right on top of it. I feel the motherfucking water shit. I could wave my hands and be flowing this motherfucking canoeing ass boat we sitting on. Hell no. I'm not getting on that. So I understand, bro, right there. We got some of the motherfucking same things, honey. I ain't been on no boat. I ain't been on no shit. That is something I'm gonna do though. But it's gonna be a bigger ship. It can't be like no motherfucking pirate ship. Hell no. We not getting on no motherfucking ship that pirates ride. Fuck that. We not getting on no motherfucking fisherman boat. Hell no. We not doing no motherfucking canoeing. We not doing shit like that. Nope. So y'all remember that duck duck game? Hell yeah. The game where you had to shoot them down. Baby. Oh, Spirit is definitely the worst. I wouldn't recommend Spirit. Spirit only, and Spirit's not really cheap. When y'all actually look at the motherfucking hidden fees, when y'all look at hidden fees with Spirit Airline, you damn near paying the regular price of a decent airline. So you might as well go with a decent airline altogether because Spirit don't tell y'all about them little hidden fees till you get to the airport. When you get to the airport, you learn that they charging you for extra baggage and carry-ons and all these other motherfucking hidden fees. You might as well go with a decent airline. That shit ain't cheap. That's what I learned about them. Hell no, right. Super Nintendo. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Miss Latuska said, I got a cruise coming up in July. We got to fly, but I'm scared. Listen. So you ain't never been on no plane either? You have never been on no plane either? Miss Carolyn said, I love flying. Now I do. Ever since I got on that plane when I was 30 years old, that's my first time. That was my first time. Back in 1973, but I won't do it now. Damn, that's been a long time since you got on the plane. Helicopters crashing into planes again. The jig is up. And I definitely won't get on a motherfucking helicopter. The way the motherfuckers wobble, they so unstable. Fuck that. No. No, ma'am. And no, sir. Not fucking around. Thank y'all for them avatars. I'm not fucking around with a helicopter. Fuck the hello and copter. Fuck your hello copper that. I'm not getting on that shit. Fuck that. That motherfucker wobbling all over the motherfucking place. I ain't got time for that instability type shit. Good morning, midnight, and everyone. Happy Thursday. How you doing, Miss Melissa? We ain't got time for that instability type shit right there. Good morning, midnight, and happy Thursday. How you doing, Miss Bree? Fuck all that. I be like, fuck it. I just stay the fuck home. I'm out. Listen, listen, you gotta have some patience with bro. You gotta have some patience with him. I'm vouching for him on this one because man, it took me years. I said I was 30 years old when I took my first plane ride. And now I just can't stay off of him. It was a great experience. He might like it, but see, maybe he thinking the worst because that's what kept me off of a plane. I could have been took a flight. You know what I'm saying? That's what kept me off planes even then. It was me thinking the worst. But you know, they say that's the safest way to travel, people. In the air. Okay? And I can't swim. You funny as fuck. That Titanic, hell no, bad example. All the blacks were first to go. No, I'm not. Listen. As far as the ship though, that motherfucker was big. You know, the Titanic had all that shit going down in it. Shit, the motherfuckers didn't even know they was rolling against the sea. They was rolling on sea. Shit, the motherfuckers couldn't feel them waves. I want to be on a big boat like the Titanics. Hell yeah, that's a perfect example, Miss Lolane. I don't want to be on that private eye pirate type motherfucking boat. That shit with the winds is tipping over. Hell no. I'd be fearful on that motherfucking boat. Put me on a motherfucking big ass shit like the motherfucking Titanic, where all the festivities was going down in that motherfucker. Them motherfuckers didn't know what the fuck they was selling on sea. Them motherfuckers didn't know they was selling on sea. They couldn't even feel that shit shifting and moving. I want to be on that. They got to put me on that. Baby, no. I ain't finna be on no little ass boat where I can see the big ass body of water and I'm worried about what's inside of the motherfucking water. I'm worried about what's inside of it, so I'm not even having a good ass time because I'm so worried about the big ass waves and water, big ass area of water we looking at. No, I gotta be on the motherfucking big ass boat where they got a bar in that bitch, they got a club in that bitch, they got good restrooms in that bitch, good restaurants in that hole. You got a nice bed you can sleep in. I sleep damn near half of the time away. I want to be there. That's where they need to put me, baby. Because anything else, that ain't gonna work. A motherfucker been in one in panic mode. Everybody won't have no good time fucking with me. Fucking with Nene, they be like, oh no, she can't go nowhere with me no more. No, don't bring Nene. Mm-mm. Motherfuckers will be saying shit like that. Don't bring Nene. I'm late. Good morning, midnight at Joanne's Gifted Hands and everyone. How you doing, Miss Carmela? They'll be saying shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring her. Girl, girl, I ain't playing. I ain't playing. I'm so motherfucking for real. Uh-uh. I'm so for real. And some of y'all like that too. Hell, I got phobias in life, for real, for real. I got some true phobias about me, baby, that I probably ain't gonna never conquer. Okay. Nah, see, I ain't fucking with them big areas of water. I gotta be distracted by something. You talking about going over the seas and the oceans? Hell no. Do you know what lives in that shit? Hell no. Hell no. And I ain't never been. And I ain't never been either. Fuck around and destroy everybody's motherfucker. Hell no. Put me on something big. I got to be on the big. Something big. My husband told me any kind of airplane movie. My husband told me any kind of airplane movie and boat movie got him fucked up. Well, at this point, he's saying you got him fucked up. So maybe bro ain't gonna do that. Okay, maybe bro ain't gonna do it. He said you got him fucked up. Hell yeah, the pirates. Y'all know the motherfucking pirates. What's that motherfucking pirate movie? You know what kind of boats the motherfuckers be in? The kind of shit that the wind tip over. Them curved up ass motherfucking boats. Them little ass boats. Look like a shoe or something. A boot. You know how that witch boot curved up in the motherfucking front when they cast a spell on your ass. When they get ready to cast that good spell, put that good potion on your ass. You know how that motherfucking boot look? How that motherfucker curved up at the motherfucking tip? The motherfucking pirate boats curved at both ends. Fuck that little ass shit. They got that big ass flag for moving that motherfucker. Fuck that. I ain't getting on that. They can keep that bullshit. Thank you for the share. Hell yeah, like a rowboat. No. No. Hell no. Miss Latuska. Hell no. Since you did kayaking and canoeing, I'm not ever. Hell no. D and Chris trying to convince me to do some shit like that. I said, I said, I'm not doing that. That's a no altogether. Hell no. I'm gonna watch y'all do it. Hell no. I ain't canoeing. I ain't kayaking. You sitting dead on top of that motherfucking water. Hell no. And hell to the no. No way. I don't understand how motherfuckers actually can feel comfortable with canoeing and kayaking. I'm talking about in places like where the ocean and seas are. You motherfuckers are not terrified by what's up underneath that shit. Hell no, I'm not doing that, sis. I can't even do that. I can't seem to do that in Lake Michigan. Fuck that. I'm not doing that in Lake Michigan, no, not in no river, stream, or nothing. I'm not doing none of that shit. I can't see myself doing that. One thing I know about Lake Michigan, that shit gets knee deep. That shit get knee deep. The further your ass go out there, the deeper that shit get. Up that. Hell no, you ain't even taking me up under that motherfucking river downtown. Fuck that. I don't know how deep this motherfucking river is. You motherfuckers laughing and shit while y'all kayaking. While y'all doing the fuck that. It just be my luck that a motherfucker wobble me the wrong way and I tip over. No. No, no. It's gonna be no ma'am, no sir, no husband. I say no. Some things gonna be an automatic no. Hell no, sis. You weren't scared doing that? Shit, I'm telling y'all the truth. Yep, I'm going on my first cruise too, okay? It gotta be big boat, not the little one. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm for real. I'm for real. I got true phobias in this motherfucker. Don't y'all know that's a phobia? Being afraid of heights, that's a phobia. If you really afraid, y'all. Being afraid of big areas of waters, that's a phobia. The way that I fear dogs, a phobia, true phobia. The way that I don't like certain insects and things, that's a phobia. You know what I mean? Certain things I'm just not fucking with, and I can't and won't. Cause I'll be the motherfucker taking myself out first. You know what I mean? By panicking in such a way. I've been to took my damn self out of here. She said, "You taking me out? I'm for real." Y'all laughing, but my sister already know that I ain't even playing with that. I like planes, trains, and boats. I haven't been on no train either. I haven't never been on a train before. That's another way that I gotta travel. I haven't been on no train, but I would love to get on there just to see the experience. Right, Miss Latuska. I hope you had fun on your cruise. It was terrifying but fun. But see, since you said the word I know damn well, sis, I can't do that. No, no, I already know. Hell no. No. I'ma say, fuck no. Husband, no, we ain't doing that. I watch you do it though, husband, but I'm not gonna do it. Nuh-uh. That's just like zip lining. I don't even know if I can find myself to do that. I'm talking about zip lining. That looks very fun. Okay. That's very adventurous. But if I can actually say, can I see myself doing that? I can't. I'm too afraid of heights to do that. And I like to think the worst all the time. That's my problem. I probably need to stop thinking the worst. Then I might be able to do more adventurous things. But I always turn to thinking the worst. That is the problem. I just did last summer. I had a great time. Only extra shit was having to nurse my man, acting like he was super paraplegic. The scooter he rented cranked out, and they had to push him back to do the shit. What? Baby, I ain't doing that. I agree with you, Midnight. Good morning. How you doing, Miss Joyce? Hell no. Y'all, I ain't fucking around. I'm not that adventurous like that. I'm not adventurous like that. You know what I'm saying? Look, she said she excited. Thank y'all for the avatars and stuff like that. Listen, she said midnight we got the same phobias. Hell yeah, because dogs is definitely one. Everybody that know me on the note, some of you all already know that about me too, because I talk about it on my platform. Dogs is a phobia of mine, nigga. I can't fuck with a dog. I try to refrain from that. I don't want to have to gun nobody dog down. But baby, if I ever felt like I was in a position and your dog trying to fuck me up, your dog trying to come fuck with me, baby, if you love your motherfucking pup, you better come get him. Because I'm not gonna fucking play with him. I'm not dog friendly, motherfucker. I'm not the motherfucking one that's saying, oh, he or she is just playing with you, my darling. I'm not taking it like that, nigga. No, I'm not. I'm automatically thinking your dog is out to get me. I'm automatically thinking your dog is out to fucking bite me, out to destroy me. So if I feel like that, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect me, boo boo. I can't do a dog. No, I won't. And I'm not ever gonna get over that. I'm 42 motherfucking years old. If I ain't got over that shit now, it ain't gonna never be something that I get over. I'm not. That's something that I prefer to say no to. I don't do dogs of no sort. Okay? Other people dogs preferably. I can be around a dog. I don't have a phobia to a dog to where I can't look a dog in its face because I've been looked at in the face by a dog. I've been chased by dogs. Okay? So I could look at a dog in his or her face, but I would not. That's not good for y'all to do. First of all, they say not running, but that's always the first mistake that I always do. But bitch, I can't run no more. Fuck that. I learned that shit a couple years back. I can't do no running, no good running like I was when I was in my preteen years and a teenager. I'm not on that type of time no more. I can't even do that shit no more. So if your dog gonna get at me, most likely 9 times out of 10, your dog gonna fucking bite me, nigga. And if I ain't got the mace on me, or if I ain't got that ooey wee on me, something to get the motherfucker off of me, I'm damn near liable to get big. But I ain't gonna play with nobody dog. That's just like, baby, if you stick your dog on me, bro, it's just like putting one of the motherfucking metal artilleries to me. That's how I think, bro. Because that's how bad I don't like a dog. If you put your dog on me, bro, you asking for your dog to be harmed. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel about a dog. Second, I'm not fucking around with any of these different type of motherfucking bugs out here. I'm sorry. I'm not fucking around with that. If it's an unusual ass bug that looks unusual, motherfuckers, I'm not fucking with that. Okay? Spiders is definitely on the top of the chain and some more shit. But I'm not fucking with that. Don't put that shit on me, because if you're putting that on me intentionally, we finna have a motherfucking problem. We gonna fight. I'm gonna be that mad. Okay? Don't put that shit on me. Don't put that shit near me. Okay? Yeah, hikes. That's something that I also don't like. So see, when you see me go to shit like amusement parks, I go there because it's other shit that I find interesting there. But and I might be a daredevil to get on some of the roller coasters as I did before, but see, that's why I said I would never try them again. That's the longest 3 minutes ever. Okay. That's the longest 3 minutes of your life ever. And if you are afraid of heights, you're going to be afraid. Okay. And I probably won't try that shit again. I tried that shit before. It's not for me. I won't do it again. Getting in large areas of water. That's another one. If I'm not on something that I feel secure on, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to do that. Don't put that shit on me. Motherfuckers put them bugs on me. We finna fight. We finna have a motherfucking problem. we finna have a motherfucking problem. Hell, I didn't like butterflies or none of that shit on me. Shit, I got a brother. They used to love trying to put that kind of shit on us. Don't put no butterfly on me. I'm scared of them hoes. Don't put no wasp on me. I'm scared of them bitches. Don't throw them motherfuckers on me. You intentionally put some shit like that on me, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. Cause I don't like them motherfuckers. They look ugly. I don't like it. I don't like that. Spiders, baby, should have you bagged up in a motherfucking corner. That should have your ass bagged up in a corner. Do you hear me? Certain shit. Them spiders will have your motherfucker held up, have your ass held up like they got a motherfucking metal to your head. That if you're scared of the motherfuckers, you ain't gonna move because they motherfuckers bite. And especially the ones that look strange. You be like, where the motherfucking spider come from? What type of breed of spider is that? You be asking yourself that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? What kind of breed is that? Because they look different. They not house spiders. It's some shit you saw outside at a park, some shit you see on the outdoors, or some shit you see in another motherfucker state. You be like, oh, what kind of spider is that? Some shit you ain't finna walk up on. And you don't want walking up on you. Baby, don't put that shit on me. We be throwing them. We be ready to throw the motherfucking bowls up. Okay, don't do that. Don't put that shit on me. Do not put that on me. Don't put that on me. My brother used to do shit like that. We be ready to fight. Look, and all y'all already know, because you already know that boys do not give a fuck about shit like that. That's what your boy cousins have always did. That's what your boy cousins, your brothers, and them always did. Put that shit on you. They always try to put that shit on you. Don't put that on me. I don't want that on me, honey. Don't put that on me. Everybody speaking. Look, sis said trains are fun too. They are much faster than they appear. Really? I have never been on a train, sis, ever. That's something that I'm gonna do. That's on my to-do list to travel on the train. I'm serious, y'all. Don't put that shit on me. I don't like insects. When I go to the zoo, they got an exhibit in the zoo. They got one in the museum. They got a butterfly scare me. I know they pretty. A lot of y'all might say, y'all, you scared of a butterfly? Hell yeah. Butterflies are pretty, but it's something in the way they land on you, boo-boo. And it seems like the motherfuckers will land on you and continuously land on your ass too. It's something about them. They scare me. I don't go in the butterfly exhibit no fucking where. Do you hear me? Nowhere. When I go to the zoo, I don't visit that motherfucking park. When I go to the museum, I don't visit that park. When I go to the domes, I do not go in the butterfly exhibit because those are actual real life butterflies. I don't do that. I can't. Butterflies are scary to me. I don't like them. So the motherfuckers better not put that shit on me. They better not put that shit on me. She said, I don't F with dogs either. Hell no. Now, my grandma got a dog, and my grandma had big dogs before. Now, I was scared of some of my grandmother's dogs. Bernie was one. All of my uncle dogs I'm afraid of. I don't even go to my uncle's house. My uncle trained his dogs in a certain way. He's very good with training his dogs, but like I said, they could be vicious. And it's the breed for me. I don't do pit bulls. It's the breed. Pit bulls out the gate scare me. Pit bulls scare me out the gates. And do you know the damage that pit bull can do to a human being? Y'all must ain't never seen it. Yeah, they do damage. They do damage. That's a breed that scared me off the rip. Them little ass dogs, y'all be underestimating them little motherfuckers. That's how I learned that I couldn't run. It was a little ass chihuahua that did that shit to me. Motherfuckers, I smoke now. I'm not in my preteen years no fucking more. I'm not that vibrant. I'm not that fucking young and vibrant, honey. Where the fuck I can run. I'm not that motherfucking vibrant and young any fucking more. I'm a smoker. And so when that motherfucker chihuahua and he caught me coming after work, he caught me on a motherfucking walk home after a fucking long day's work when a motherfucker was tired. That motherfucker was real close to biting me. His owner came across the way in the nick of time. Otherwise, that chihuahua would have bit me. He would have bit me. I cussed that Spanish motherfucker out. You know, he was every motherfucking word in the book, every choice motherfucking word, and then gonna try to tell me he don't speak no English. Oh, he was every motherfucking choice word in the book. Cause your dog almost bit me. If you didn't come across the motherfucking corner at a nick of time, nigga, I wouldn't be able to run. I'm just getting off work. He would have caught my ass slipping. I say a chihuahua. Why y'all thinking, oh, them little dogs ain't nothing, man. Oh, them little dogs, you can just kick them motherfuckers. Shit, them motherfuckers think they big. Most little dogs think they big anyway. You know what I'm saying? Most little dogs think that they are big dogs. You know what I'm saying? And they still get that ass by them ankles and bring your ass down like a wild bull. They still get your ass right by the good ankle and bring your ass down. Cause that's what the fuck would have happened to me. Mm-hmm. I cussed that Spanish man the fuck out. He was everything in the motherfucking book. He was every motherfucking choice word. Do you hear me? Sis said, I remember when we were younger and we went to the museum and went in the butterfly room, and that was your first and last time a butterfly landed on your shirt and you went crazy. Hell yeah, sis, I can't fuck with them. And it seemed like they land right on you. Don't let you have on some beautiful colors. It seemed like that draws butterflies your way. I said, no, I'm sure did went back shit crazy. Like, they all in my motherfucking hair. They landed on me more than one. Your ass got on some attractive colors that they like. Maybe you got a scent or something on that the motherfuckers like. They just landing on you. Butterflies scare me, boo-boo. I know they pretty, but that's something I can't get with. Hell no. Can't get with it. I can't get with it. Exactly. I'll be 52 this year. Got lupus, and I'm gonna take you out. Ain't no running. Hell no, I can't run. I learned I can't run. Oh, I always get no speaking no English. Living in Queens, New York, I spaz out every time. Hell yeah, you speak English, motherfucker. Cause how the fuck you are? How the fuck are you answering me when I ask you if this is your fucking dog? You talking about I speak no English. How the fuck are you answering me? If you speak no English, you understand what the fuck I just asked you, don't you? Now, had your ass came around that corner in time, your chihuahua would have had me the fuck down. Now, how about that? How about that? He would have had me the fuck down. Girl, I'm just telling you the truth. I had bad experience with dogs. You ever heard of the dog gang? Hell, I remember me and my sister when we were younger. I'm talking about I was a kid. I was a kid being chased with me and her, being chased by a gang of dogs of all breeds. They had us stuck up in a park where we had to stay on the swings, you know, the little slide. Me and her was stuck right there. We were kids. Do you remember Kwame Dog Chrissy? Her motherfucking big ass Rockweiler who chased the fuck out of me. Grandma and them talking about some, what you running for? Shit, Kwame Dog just got out the gate. The dog just got out the gate, and that was a big ass Rockweiler. Man, if I was getting chased by somebody, dog, I ran up in some stranger's house, bro. That's how deep it was. This was when I was able to run from the motherfuckers, though. I was a lot young and vibrant, getting away. But shit, I found my way away from the motherfuckers, though. I ran up into a strange house. Now I could have been, I could have really been running from one dangerous situation to another, because I ran up in somebody's house that I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? I run on top of cars and jump on top of cars, type shit. Doing that. See, I can't run like that from a dog no more. I didn't got to an age where I smoke. I'm older. I'm not gonna be able to run like that anymore. I'm not gonna be able to run like that. Not no more. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't fuck around with nobody's dog. So in these days and times, baby, you better hope I ain't got my motherfucking ooh wee on me. You better hope I ain't got my motherfucking mace on me, because I'm definitely gonna use it. I'm definitely gonna fucking use it. I'm definitely gonna use it. The people came, the people came in there and tried calming you down and shit. That shit was beyond hilarious. Okay, sis? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I want the motherfuckers on me. No way. No how. One Kwame Dog Hughes, she had a rock. And that motherfucker was smart too. They used to have a gate for that big ass dog. Shit, that gate wasn't big enough for that motherfucker dog. That dog used to dig his way out the gate. Just so happened one day that motherfucker got out the gate. He chased us. And the first thing I always do is run, you all. That's the mistake that I always make. When I see a dog, I instantly run. So they might think that I'm trying to play with them, or they know that I'm scared of them. You know what I'm saying? So they automatically just start running after me. You know what I'm saying? But baby, no. Mm-mm. I had too many motherfucking experiences in my life with dogs. That's why I don't like them. Right. I said I can't have nobody with me getting chased by no dogs. They fuck around and get big fucking with Nene. Fucking with me. Hell, like I said, I was running from a dog thinking I was finna get bit, right? Running in strangers' houses. So I could have been running right up into a crazy motherfucker's home. I could have been running from one dangerous situation to the next, but shit, I'm just trying to get away from a dog. But see, I can't run like that no more. Not these days. So if I ever was getting chased by a dog, shit, I'm getting caught off the rip. I'm getting caught, boo. I ain't gonna be able to do no extensive running like that, baby. I gotta keep that good mace on me, boo boo. That's why I went and bought some too. After that incident happened to me, I went and bought some mace. I gotta keep that good mace on me, boo boo. And like I said, ooh wee, baby, you love your dog, you better keep that motherfucker away from me. Mm-hmm. Cause I'm not gonna feel like his ass playing with me. I'm not gonna feel like she or he is playing with me. I'm not dog friendly. They out to get me. Oh, okay. That's how I'm gonna feel. So I just prefer, like, don't play with me with your dog or your animal. Keep them on a leash, boo boo. Don't. I'm not petting them. Mm-mm. I don't like them. I don't like bugs. I don't like heights. I definitely do not like large seas of water or areas of water. No, those are my phobias. Okay, some of them I've overcome, like getting on a plane. I will get on a boat, but it's gonna be a ship, not a boat. So I'm take that back. I'm getting on a ship. SHIP, not a boat. There's a difference. The sizes makes it different. But nothing else. I can't see myself doing that, boo. I'm setting my ways on that shit. I remember we came back from traveling and I found a baby mouse near the couch. My man, even more scared of them than me, I had to find my homie in the lobby and pay him to come get rid of it. Ooh wee. That sound like my older sister don't like mice. You know, some it's like everybody got a phobia. You know what I'm saying? She don't like mice. I don't like dogs. So the way that she feel about mice, that's how I feel about dogs. I just don't. That's how I feel about insects and bugs. Yeah. I can't. Now I will KILL insect a bug if I have to. Absolutely. If my husband is not, I have had to do that in the past. But that's still, you got to understand. I don't want to get bit by a spider. They bite. I seen what they do. They bite. I don't want them biting me. So I will do that, but tumbling down on me in another motherfucking way, hell no. Just like hell now. Where the fuck I live, I got tall ceilings in my house that I can't reach. Nobody will be able to. We have tall ceilings here. So if I ever seen like a bug in the corner, I won't even be able to get his ass because of my ceilings being so tall. I won't be able to get it. That's the only thing I don't like about my house is that the ceilings are very tall. I can't get them. The motherfuckers will fall on me and I wouldn't even realize it. Yes, Smurf hate mice and worms. Right. See, I can deal with mice. And I don't like worms though. But I can deal with mice. I just can't deal with the other shit, y'all. So we all have phobias. Some of us have some of the same phobias, and some of us have them because of experiences. That's where mines come from. That's where mines are brought in. Okay. I came because of experience. And it's just, it ain't never been no good experience. I'm glad that I ain't never been bit in my life, but I did have a dream that I got bit because everybody over here where I live, they own a dog. You know what I'm saying? I had a dream that I got bit by a dog. Sure did. And maybe that was for somebody else. Cause you know, when I have actually got chased by a dog, it could have been just that one time where the man came around the corner in time because he almost bit me. So it could have been about that time, but I did dream that I got bit by a dog. So no way, I don't play with nobody dog, boo boo. Mm-mm. Me and I don't play with dogs, not at all. And NYC, the West Nile virus, bird flu, COVID, the immigrants or migrants trying to take us out. Hell no. So y'all numbers rising up? Y'all numbers rising up over there? We haven't. I haven't heard about it, and I'm in the hospital, so I haven't really heard about the numbers rising here. I know in the hospital it has not. You know what I'm saying? At least not right now. So that's a good thing. But yeah, girl, no. Mm-mm. But y'all got to be safe about that stuff though, because they was saying that when an outbreak like that happen again, it's going to be a different type of strand though. It's not going to be like the first pandemic we saw. It's going to be a more severe strand of that shit though. So you still got to be mindful of that outbreak coming in because it's going to be another one though. It will be another one. And this is going to be a more severe strand of it. It ain't nothing but the flu to me. That's all it is. It's like flu like symptoms to me, but they said it's going to be a severe strand of that shit. So y'all better be careful though. Some people still masking up, you know what I mean? I try to mask up too because I work in the hospital, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working with people who deal with, stuff like that when they come in. One time my cat brought a mouse. He just took out to show me. I nearly had a heart attack. Oh, we had cats too. Our cats used to catch birds and stuff and bring them in the house. That kind of brought a memory back about one of the cats we had growing up. Our cat was a beast. She used to catch birds, boo boo. It's a measles outbreak, I believe, in Texas already. So that should be spreading here. That should be spreading around the state soon. So y'all gotta take it easy. For the ones who ain't had shit like that when you were little, because I never had measles and stuff like that when I was little. I never got chicken pox. I never had measles. So I get vaccinations for that because I never had it as a child. But if you had it as a child, Um, I don't think you're really prone to getting it, but you still are not a risk factor from not getting it. But for the ones who have not had things like that as a child, and then you get stuff like that as an adult, it's worser. It's much worse when you have chickenpox as an adult, and it's much worser when you have shit like measles and you ain't never had that as a kid. So if you never had shit like that as a kid, you definitely want to make sure that you look into that. You know what I'm saying? Look into having whatever type of vaccinations y'all need to have to preventing that, because it is a little bit more worst case scenario when you get it as an adult. Trust me, I've seen that in people. My mom or my man just took the last COVID pill yesterday. He just came back home from surgery. I'm lucky I ain't catch it. Elon already said this next round gonna take more people out. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. That the next round is gonna be more severe. Yeah, Nyla was a beast at catching birds and mice, was she? And Simba. We had so many motherfucking cats. We had Nyla and Simba. We had some other Smokey. Smokey was a cat, a bobcat. Simba looked like Garfield to me. And Nyla was real pretty. She was a great cat. That cat used to catch mice. That cat used to catch birds and all. That was and she was a stray cat. Cause see, my mom used to feed stray cats. See, cats did not know how to leave our home, cause my mom fed them stray cats. She used to always feed those cats. She used to always set out milk for them cats and set food out for them cats. Them cats could never move around from our house, cause she always fed them. So we took stray cats. You know what I'm saying? And when they passed on, we would bury them in our backyard. That's what we would do with their remains. We would bury them right in the backyard we had. Lucky I didn't catch his COVID, having lupus and immune deficiency illness. Right. So you really gotta stay up on your immune and keep your immunity boosted. You really do. With an autoimmune disease like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Simba was a great cat too. Yeah, I missed them two cats. Them two cats was Smokey was good too. Smokey was a beast too, cause Smokey wasn't scared of dogs. Smokey was not scared of dogs because he wasn't scared of Ice, Uncle Tony dog. And Ice was a motherfucker dog. Oh, I had a bad experience with him too. Fuck yeah. No way. But he wasn't scared of dogs. And then that cat used to climb trees. You know how some of them big wildcats know how to climb trees and shit like that? One of them house cats that we used to have, Smokey was cold at climbing trees and shit like that. That cat wasn't scared of dogs or nothing. I said, what kind of cat is that? But that cat wasn't scared of dogs at all. He wasn't. That's what I remember about him. He was never scared of dogs. And Ice was damn sure a structured, strong looking ass dog. Smokey wasn't scared of them. Mm-mm. Smokey was not scared of Ice. My cat name, my cat name is Hookalicious. Must have been drunk making that name. She didn't play with mice. We buried a cat in the backyard. We too. We used to do that with our cats. Bury their remains and shit. Have funerals and shit for them. We used to have services for them in the back. Shit, burying them in the back and shit, putting them in boxes. We used to do that for our cats, though. I bet they still back there to this day. If I was to go right there in that damn house in the backyard, I bet you will find his bones back there. Every last one of them, they back there. We used to bury them when they passed. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I couldn't have a cat. But my daughter's scared of cats. My daughter don't like cats. Same way I don't like cats. She don't like dogs. She don't like cats. So I can't have no cat no way. My daughter don't like them. You know what I'm saying? So we all got some phobias to deal with. You know what I mean? Fuck that. You ain't putting yourself in no motherfucking compromising motherfucking position with them phobias. You ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you're not doing. If you can help it, you're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. Now your ass may run into something like that where you ain't have no choice but to face it. Just like killing a bug, if you ain't got your significant other around, you may have to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you see a dog and it run up on you and it's behind you, you can't run. You know what I'm saying? That's happened too. But if you just happen so to be in a situation like that, you're facing that, but you're not gonna just throw yourself in a compromising situation like that. You know, most times when you have a phobia so deep. So no, people, that is some of mine. Okay. Definitely do not do that. Okay. Because I'm not gonna be feeling that one. I'm just not gonna be feeling that one. Okay. So don't do that. Don't fuck with people with their phobias, okay? If they say they don't like that shit, please do not fuck with them on that shit. Do not try to put that shit on them. I'm telling y'all, because I'm just like any other motherfucking lady. If a motherfucking lady do not like bugs and you're trying to throw that shit on her, she's gonna get fucking pissed to the gods and she's gonna take that shit some type way. I'm just telling you that shit right now. She's gonna take that the same way I will take it, okay? Don't do that. Please do not play with her or him like that, because they're gonna take it that make in that way, in that manner, and in that order. Don't do that. Okay, you got to respect somebody's phobias. Okay, you got to respect that. Now, if you're just in a situation and you can't get out of it because this is just what the fuck you are in, you just facing it like that right then and there. But do not just be doing that with people when they tell y'all that they don't like certain shit. You just don't do that, man. Don't do that. You're gonna find your motherfucking feelings hurt. Cause they gonna get mad. They gonna get mad just like I am. It's a lot of motherfuckers gonna get mad. They don't like that shit put on them. They gonna get fucking pissed. Okay? They gonna be pissed off. They gonna definitely be pissed. And I know damn near every motherfucking went through that. If you got a motherfucking knucklehead ass brother, yes you do. Or if you had some motherfucking cousins, they done tried to put that shit on y'all. Yes, they did. They done tried to put some shit that you scared of on you, because you know a lot of boys ain't scared of shit like that. They not scared to pick up shit like that. They didn't tried it before. They didn't try to throw that shit on you, whether it was alive or dead. They tried to throw that shit your way. No, don't do that. That's a whole argument with some of us motherfucking females. Don't do that. That's a whole misunderstanding. Don't do that. Okay? You got to respect it. Now, on that note, y'all can catch this on the replay because it is a good word before we got to the phobia thing, but that's some real shit. Listen, phobias are real. Phobias are true. Phobias are real. Okay. Let me end with this though. Y'all know Murray, right? I know y'all know Murray, the show. Y'all remember some of the motherfuckers where you remember he used to have people on there as guests, right? And some of them people had strange ass phobias, but they were overcoming a fear in the same day type shit. They weren't never scared of no shit like that. A motherfucker ain't overcoming no fear in no motherfucking day. You know, they had some people on there scared of dogs. They had people scared of strange shit up on there. Some people afraid of clowns. Some people was afraid of cotton balls. Some people were afraid of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And these people were bugs. These people were conquering their motherfucking fears and shit like that in the same motherfucking show setting type shit. Like, nah, these motherfuckers were not scared of this shit, okay? But do not play with somebody in their phobias, honey. When they tell you they scared of that shit, you gotta respect that, okay? When they tell you they scared of that shit, leave that shit alone. Because if you throw that shit they way, they finna have a motherfucking misunderstanding with you. I'm just gonna forewarn you now. If you're throwing that shit they way, they about to have a motherfucking misunderstanding on you. And you're not gonna understand, but your ass should understand. You definitely do. Don't do that. Don't do that. Sis said, "Good morning, everyone. How you doing, sis? I was just about to end. You're gonna have to catch this on the good replay, sis. Don't do that shit, man. Y'all got to respect these motherfucking people and their wishes out here. You know, some of us feel like, man, when y'all be doing some of that shit, you did the most. You forcing it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because some of us is not young and vibrant anymore. You know what I'm saying? We can't do the things that we was able to do when we were young and vibrant. We can't do that. We don't even operate like that. Okay. So we ain't gonna be able to move like that. So then you putting us in a compromising position by putting this shit before us. And you putting this shit on us. Don't do that bullshit. Don't do that. You got to know you can't do that. Okay? Because phobias are real. Don't do that bullshit. Okay? Not. Y'all catch this on the replay. Y'all share this out. Because I mean it is a good word in here. Y'all got to continue to support who y'all support on here. You can't give a fuck about that if you really fucking with people on here. You can't. Okay? You got to support who you support. And be more straightforward so y'all don't have to leave people to the imagination of who the fuck you're saying or talking about. You know what I'm saying? People need to learn how to be more outspoken. I mean, it's nothing wrong with being outspoken, people. That is nothing wrong with that at all. If you were more outspoken, you will leave less confusion for people to wonder who, what, and where you're talking about. I'm just saying. And definitely be mindful of how you forgive so many of the same people that you fall out with more than 3 times. Okay. You got to also make sure you pay attention to that because that matter. So if you find yourself forgiving someone more than 3 times and you find yourself falling out with that person more than 3 times, it's not, that person's not good for you. That's telling you right there that that's a person you need to just leave in the back, leave in the rear view, and keep moving. That's what y'all need to do. On that note, this is your girl Midnight. Make sure y'all share the live, react to the live, or whatever you need to do with this live. Play it back because it is a good word in here. It's definitely a good word up in here as it pertains to content creation, non-content creators. Be mindful of those bone carriers, the ones that seem like they like to see you in dirt, or the ones that seem like they like to see shit prolonged. They like to see a lot of garbage happening. So they not really for unity. However, they may say they for unity, but they not really for unity because they behavior show different. You know what I'm saying? And they actions show different. You got to be mindful of those kind of people too. It's about what you allow people to do, because some of us, allow people to bring us things. And if you're allowing people to bring you things and you are accepting the receipts that these people bring you, then that's you. I mean, because at some point in time, we do not allow them to bring it to us. Okay. At some point in time, we eventually say, no, I don't want to have people still dropping that kind of tea off to me. You know what I'm saying? Just not drop it off at all. And some of us, we embrace it and we allow it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. People just need to learn how to be more true to themselves. Because when you just true to yourself on here, the rest will fall in line. But if you feel like you have to be fake and pretend with a lot of shit you do on here, that's where all the problems align. Okay? This is your girl Midnight. Y'all be easy on this good Thursday. I'll holler back at y'all probably the weekend because I do work tonight. Okay? Y'all be easy and have a good one. Holla.